Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. It's Tuesday and it's sunny outside.
Yeah,
this time yesterday it was
but
cloudy.
It's Wednesday.
Well, it's Wednesday too. It's even sunnier.
You're trying to push me back in the week, Clyde. I'm trying to get to Friday.
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't a problem with me. It's trying to push me. But it's a great day out there today. We got a great show coming up.
Son, we really do. Oh, good surprise for you. Several of them. So
yeah,
it's going to be great.
We do.
It's going to be great. Hey, you know what? I was looking online and I saw about a story about Pat Sajak. And see, after contestant Elliot Gaines took a strong early lead in the game, Sajak stopped him to speak with him before the commercial break. And after Sajak commented on Gaines' impressive winnings, the contestant did one of these,
yeah.
And instead of saying raise the roof, Sajak said lift the ceiling. Right.
Oh.
So, right, he got it wrong. So you know what,
plant.
Clyde? It got me to think about other things we get wrong in sayings that should be normal. And so one of them is we say by and large.
By
in large.
in large.
Yeah, but it should be by and large.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
by and large is what I say to people who want to buy me an outfit, you know. But by and large, right, it's really what it should be. It's a nautical term.
Okay.
And what about, nip it in the butt?
Oh.
What should that be?
That should be nip it in the bud, right?
Correct.
B-U-D? But
yes.
that's not what we say, right?
It is not. It's not. But it is nip it in the bud, like pruning plants.
Kind of like we say people who aren't wearing any clothes at all are B-U-T-T, naked.
That's right.
When it's
and
supposed
what
to
is
be
it actual?
It's supposed to be B-U-C-K. That's one of my pet peeves that drives me bananas.
That's right. Okay, this was one that surprised me. Spitting image.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought
I've said that.
Me too. But it's actually spit and image.
Ah.
So she's the spit and image of her father.
I kind of think I like it the old way, but I get it.
Image,
I get
right.
the point. I get the point.
Well, as the great philosopher and biologist Herbert Spencer once said, science is organized knowledge, and one woman is helping the next generation understand this knowledge through play and experiments. Clyde, she has been setting up, and this looks like a lot of fun.
You know what? It absolutely does. Right now, I want to welcome Chelsea Nuss, who is the director and CEO of Cincy STEM Lab.
But we do STEAM as well.
Okay, all right, because that throws in arts, right?
Art and agriculture.
Well, thank you for being here with us. Tell us a little bit about what the STEM Lab is and what you do there.
Excellent, thank you. So we opened about 18 months ago, and the entire motive was how can we deep dive so that we can get our kids problem solving, critically thinking, and really getting that perseverance to pursue the next generation knowledge that we need for our leaders in science and engineering.
And this is hands-on, right?
Absolutely. Every single thing we do is hands-on, project-based learning.
Because you've got something for us to do right now
Yes,
today.
we do. So we've already started a little bit. We're in this experiment. This is really a classic experiment, science experiment, called elephant toothpaste. And you're going to see why it's called elephant toothpaste. So
all right.
in your what is this called?
It's called a cylinder.
Yes, a graduated cylinder. Excellent. I'm going to have you suit up.
Okay, all right.
So you do not burn yourself.
Are these special gloves so I don't burn myself?
They are. We do not want your lovely hands to be burned.
Thank you very much.
And this is an Erlenmeyer flask. And so we're going to see if there's a difference in terms of how this foam actually comes out.
Oh, so, it's going to be a foam.
Absolutely. It's going to be a foam, like toothpaste.
Okay.
So we've got in here 50 mils or 50 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide as H2O2. I would like for you to squeeze a little bit of this in here, and we'll just go at the same time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
In here?
And go. Squeeze. And stop. And we're just going to swish that around just a little bit, get that incorporated there. Now, this is just basic dish liquid.
I do swishing pretty well.
You do? Excellent. It kind of goes with the toothpaste, right?
Right.
All right. So next, I'd like for you to put a little bit of this food coloring along the sides, maybe 5 drops. Space them out along the there you go. Oh, you're really good at that.
Okay.
That looks good. You got 5
Mona?
or 10? And then I'll take that and I'm going to add some here.
Okay.
You can put that back down.
All righty.
Okay. The very last ingredient that we are adding is something called potassium iodide, or Ki. in the lab. Now this is what is going to create the catalyst, okay? So potassium iodide is a catalyst. You're going to add this to this, and you're going to step back a little bit. I don't want you to breathe over. We've got a gas that's going to happen, and you'll have to get a close-up. Are you ready? Get your
Oh, there it is.
Get your potassium iodide.
There we
you
go.
Don't want to.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, and go. And then we
All
will
of it?
see. Absolutely, please.
All right.
All right.
And something's happening.
And something's happening.
Sure
So
is.
now this is the initial ingredient that we put in there. You can actually swirl it just a little bit. Okay. That is a concentrated version of hydrogen peroxide. So what happens is this catalyst is actually going to take out the water, or I'm sorry, take out the hydrogen, leave our oxygen and our water, and they are going to be trapped inside of these bubbles that we had with our dish soap. Maybe we added a tad bit more of dish soap than necessary, but that's okay.
That's okay.
It'll eventually, oh yeah, absolutely, it'll eventually come out and rise.
What do kids learn from this?
So what they're learning is that mixtures can create chemical reactions. The chemical reactions that we see are all dependent on exactly how much ingredient of each we are going to put into it.
All right,
Okay?
right quick. So
Yes.
tell us how folks can find out more about your lab and how they can apply to be part of it.
Absolutely. So we right now are in our summer season. We are signing up for summer registrations, and we have 9 weeks of summer camp. They can find out about us on Facebook at the STEM Lab. They can find us on Instagram, and they can also find us at our website, www.cincy.com. Every single month we have free family programming on Sundays. There it is. Now see how tall that's coming out? Now, I didn't want to have something too crazy indoors, but we can also do this outside where it shoots up based on our concentration
Drop in a
level.
couple of Mentos and poof.
Oh goodness. It would be really messy. So I tried to keep it nice and controlled for this situation.
Well, thank you for coming to show us
Thank you
this and
so
for telling
much.
us about the STEM Lab.
Thank you so much.
Mona,
for
I'm
having
saving some for you.
Hey, Mr. Clyde, the science guide. Okay, thank you.
Ta-da.
Well, whether you've resolved to do more acts of kindness or just looking to win the luck of the Irish, there's one way you can give back to your community this March, and it's by donating blood and platelets. And I want to welcome our guest, Kara Nicholas, the Associate Public Information Officer at Hawksworth Blood Center. Thank you so much, Kara, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right. So tell me, how many blood donors does it really need to serve our community?
That's a really good question. Hawksworth actually serves over 30 hospitals in the tri-state area, and every day we need at least 400 blood donors and 40 platelet donors to meet the demand.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is.
Yes. So you're doing something special for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, yes. So blood donors are more valuable than a pot of gold. So starting this Sunday, March 8th, we are going to be giving away these awesome For Luck's Sake shirts at our donor centers and our blood drives. So again, that's March 8th, and that'll run through the 17th. So if you don't have any garb for St. Patrick's Day, come out and donate blood with us and you'll get your free shirt.
And you get a free shirt.
Yeah.
Right. So tell me why it's important for everyone to consider doing this.
There's no artificial substitute for blood or platelets. There's no bone marrow in a lab that we can use to get blood products. So it's really important for us to have a lot of volunteer blood donors who are willing to roll up a sleeve throughout the year, because patients in local hospitals rely on them.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
All right, so let us know how people can sign up and get involved.
Yes, they can always visit our website, and that's hawksworth.org. They can also give us a call at 513-451-0910. We would be happy to set up an appointment for them.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. For luck.
Yes.
Save
For luck's
lives.
sake.
Oh, for luck's sake. That's it, for luck's sake, yeah. Save lives, I'm adding that to it. Save
Yes.
lives. Thank you, Kara.
Thank you.
All right, Clyde.
Losing a loved one can be difficult, to be sure, but Arlington Memorial Gardens
focused
has
on
hired
not
an
saying.
adorable new staff member to help families during this time of grief. Staff member's name is Teddy, and Teddy is, as you can see, a Golden Doodle that will be a grief therapy dog. Right now to join us, welcome Teddy himself, Lisa McLean and Lauren Christakos. Christakos?
Yes.
Correct. From the Memorial Gardens. Thank you all for being here with us.
Thank you.
So Lauren, tell us a little bit about Teddy. He's got a story of his own, right?
He does. He's a 1-year-old Golden Doodle. He is non-shedding, which is great for our families. He does have 1.5 ears. He's missing his right ear, which makes it stand up just like a little satellite. The story is his mom took away some of the soft cartilage there.
I got you. Well, the truth be told, since he's been in the studio, half the station has been by to see him. So even though he's yet to be certified, what's it been like for the staff at Arlington, with the staff at Arlington Memorial Gardens?
Oh, they love him so much. I mean, it's always Teddy first and me second when we come in the door.
Well, so Lauren, how does this, how do you envision Teddy helping out at Arlington Memorial Garden?
So we've had some experience with Teddy working with a couple of our families. You know, if a family would like to have Teddy present, and always it's going to be up to the family, you know, he can just offer comfort for a family that could be grieving, they've just experienced a loss, or even if families are coming in to pre-plan. A lot of times you come into, you know, onto a cemetery grounds, it makes people feel uncomfortable.
Sure.
Teddy just, you know, snuggles right up and makes people smile and feel good.
Yeah, he does. We've seen that here.
Yes.
But Arlington Memorial Garden is dog-friendly beyond just having Teddy, right?
We are, that is correct. We became dog-friendly November 1st. A lot of that was based off of, you know, having Teddy in the building, but our families were requesting that. They really wanted to be able to walk their dogs through the park. It's a beautiful area to walk. So we welcome any dogs that are leashed. That is a requirement that we have. They do have to be leashed, and please use the pet cleanup stations throughout the cemetery, but we love having the animals there.
Very briefly, what have you seen in terms of people's reaction to having an animal in that environment?
So as you have seen here, you know, Teddy, he just attracts people. They love him. You know, people will come in. Part of grief a lot of times is the person is upset beyond a crying upset. Sometimes they're just angry. And, you know, Teddy just brings a smile to people's faces.
Well, that's a good thing, and thank you both for bringing him here with us today.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say, Teddy? Okay, no, he's already spoken his piece. Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Mona?
Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, does this cool weather have your joints feeling a little extra achy? Well, it could be arthritis, and we'll talk to a well-known comedian about his battle with this condition and the action he's taking to help others. Then we go across the river to the Behringer-Crawford Museum. They're celebrating the power of her with a free celebration for the community. We'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Stick around. Welcome back. Well, the Behringer-Crawford Museum is known for the ridiculous, the sublime, and for being family friendly. And now they're inviting the community to come celebrate the power of her. And I want to welcome my guest, Regina Segrist, the Community Outreach Coordinator, and Laurie Risch, the Executive Director of the Behringer-Crawford Museum. Thank you both for being here. All right, so tell us a little bit about the Behringer-Crawford Museum.
So we're local history in Devou Park. It's all about northern Kentucky, but in relation to the whole region. And we are also a recipient of grant funding from the Arts Wave. And this weekend is all about Arts Wave celebration of the power of her, which we are a part of. So we have all different kinds of activities. The Power of Her was an initiative through P&G that helps celebrate the works of women and in all areas, and celebrating women, especially in the arts. And Arts Wave Days is this Saturday, which is offering free admission in 7 different venues, and it's presented by Macy's, so we're proud to be part of that.
Oh, absolutely. So you also have music as a part of this as well, right?
Oh, we do. We have a whole range of activities all through the day. We first start off at 10 o'clock with the Carnegie Arts Center of Covington. They're going to do children's crafts all through the day from 10 to 4. Then we have Clark and Jones trio, and they're going to play their original songs, and it's kind of an folky type, and they're very famous in Cincinnati. And then that's at 10:30, and then at 12 we're going to have Rajon Detra, which is a trio of 3 women, and they're very much fun. They come in and they play their guitars and they sing. They're going to sing some songs like the Andrews sisters did with vocal. And then at 2 o'clock we're going to have the American Legacy Theater, which is going to be really different because they're going to come in and it's audience participation.
Oh.
They're going to have a play. They're going to write a play there, and the audience is going to contribute what they see around the museum about her, and they're going to write it, and then they can contribute 3 or 4 sentences, they can contribute 3 or 4 paragraphs, or they can even draw pictures.
That sounds like so much fun. I have to get in. We only have a few seconds left, but I have to get in. You got a costumes there from the great one and only
Cher.
Cher.
And we have
that's
a karaoke
right.
concert or karaoke contest, and we actually have 2 free tickets to the Cher show on April 7th to give away
I might
to the
have
winner.
I might have to go for that. I would go
you're
for that.
coming.
So tell people where they can get more information.
Go to bcmuseum.org is our website, or go to the ArtsWave website as well and see what else is happening on Saturday. But if you want to experience the arts, it's free this weekend. Come on out and join us.
Sounds like a great time. Great idea for something to do this weekend. Thank you both so much for coming on. Absolutely. Clyde?
All right, Mona, thanks. Imagine not being able to hold your newborn or being thrown into a vicious cycle of unemployment for no fault of your own. Well, that's the reality for many of the 54 million Americans living with arthritis. Derek Foster shares the ripple effects of this major health crisis.
Arthritis can have devastating physical and emotional impacts on patients. That's something comedian and TV host Matt Eisman knows all too well.
My entire body had pain and stiffness. I was struggling to sleep, or I was sleeping 10 to 12 hours a day, but I couldn't feel rested. I was a shell of myself. It took 1.5 years, though, before they finally diagnosed me with rheumatoid arthritis.
The Arthritis Foundation's A Mandate for Action report shines a light on ripple effects of the condition.
I was struck by the fact that people who have taken the surveys said almost 50%. At least on some days, they cannot walk.
Cindy McDaniel says the foundation is working to use its Live Yes Insights assessment to help build a better future for arthritis patients.
It's a very quick 10-minute assessment, and if we can grow this number, if we can grow to tens of thousands of people who are responding, we create a database that can't be ignored.
What we're learning is you don't just treat the disease, you got to treat the person, because arthritis impacts every element of your life.
Visit arthritis.org/insights to learn more.
Well, here's an inspirational story. A near-death motorcycle accident led Gene Jackson to holistic healing through crystals and stones. He now has hundreds of these beautiful gems, and we had the chance to learn all about them from the crystal guy himself.
A raw stone like this, polish it up. Crystals are silicon dioxide. Quartz crystal is silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide is what we grow computer chips from. So think of every quartz crystal as a computer with no operating system and no software, and you put the software in with your intention. So it's a great holder of intention. The crystals are great tools for bringing people into balance so their body does what it does naturally and heals itself. If we cut ourselves, it will heal if we keep it clean, right? Our body heals itself, but what gets in the way of the healing is the thing that bunches us up, the broken heart, the anger that we hang on to and suppress, and stress, and those things. So crystals help get the things out of the way. And then the stones themselves are like, it's just channeling the white light of unconditional love. Whatever religion you want to call it, everybody is about channeling the divine. So when channeling the energy of the divine for healing or for channeling energy, the stones or crystals, the colored stones, work like the lens on a spotlight. You think about going into a concert, right? It's all dark, and all of a sudden the red gel spotlights hit the stage. You take a deep breath because you know it's going to be a bang of a drum or a slam of a guitar. But if the blue whites hit the stage, you relax immediately. Just you know it's going to be a sweet note from somebody's voice or a stringed instrument or something, just from light hitting the stage. Well, both times it's the same white light, or used to be before LEDs, with the light going through a gel filter. I think of the stones as the gel filter on the spotlight. of unconditional love. And the gel filter focuses on the color of the chakra or the color of the vibration, what the stone does. A green stone bringing in heart energy, a blue stone, intuition or communication. And just each stone is going to be focusing that white light of spirit in a direction of the color often. And there's also other vibratory things that happen along with it. So I do teach, the classes I teach are mainly about using the stones. But as I share with people and talk with people, a big piece of what I do is counseling too. And in counseling, it's really getting people to be more self-aware. And self-awareness doesn't require crystals. And I can tell people, and I'll tell people often, they come in here and size doesn't matter and you don't need a crystal at all. The crystals are great tools and friends, but you don't have to have them to be on your path. So that's why I tell people a lot too. It's about consciousness. I like providing the service for people. I love being here for people. And Donna and Tina are usually here. There's a couple of the young ladies who help us as well. What's the coolest moments I have are when people come back to me a year later or 6 months later, however long later, and say, yeah, that rock and this thing and that thing you said made such a difference in my life at this other point in my life. I just like feeling like I make a difference.
Wow. Well, if you want to visit the Crystal Guy, get involved in his classes, or just check out all the crystals, go online to thecrystalguy.com. We'll be right back.
Wow, what a nice day out there. Some sunshine. Boy, isn't that great. A little windy. That's from PK, the director, who, if anybody knows windy, he does.
Well, that's Cincy Lifestyle for today, Wednesday, March 4th.
That's right. What should we remember?
We should remember that we love it when people contact us all the ways on the screen. We love it. Clyde, remember that.
I do remember that. The other thing I'll remember is that we want to invite you to make it a great day.
Yeah, and
she said stretch as I get to the left.
Exactly. So we hope that you can get out to that experiment looked like a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yes, he bubbled over with fun. Thanks for watching our video. And if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, we love to say it, make it a great day.